Welcome to this Earth Element yoga practice. So today's focus in this Earth Element session is long isometric holds in the squat variations. That means either lunging, side lunging, squatting, deep knee bending like I'm doing right now, and maybe even a little bit of hip extension work, okay? So get yourself prepared, come towards the front of your mat, and let's start with a few sun salutations to get the body nice and warm and prepped. Bring the feet right together here. It's going to be a very slow moving sun salutation, just like all these Earth Element practices are. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, hold here. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, fold a little further. So everything's very, very purposely slow with these earth yoga practices. Inhale, extend the spine, look forward, but purposely in a manner that you're not just waiting in each position, you're really like squeezing your muscles. You're really trying to figure out how your muscles need to contract to hold the positions better. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the ground. You can bring your knees down if you need to. Inhale, cobra, lift as high as feels comfortable for you. And exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, take your time moving to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale here. Next inhale, bend the knee and open up the hip. Find a scorpion reach. So we want to be opening up the hips. It's going to be really important for being able to hold the squat for longer today. Next inhale, bring the right foot in between the hands for lunge. Drop the left knee to the ground. Inhale, hands lift overhead. No need to be back bending today. Exhale, hold here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, push the floor away, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front leg. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift as high as feels comfortable for your cobra. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips up high to the ceiling, push the glutes up high to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, scorpion reach. So squeeze your glutes here. Make sure every position that we're doing today, we're really engaging and pushing the floor away, keeping a strong connection to the ground, as always. Next, inhale, bring the left foot in between the hands for lunge. Drop the right knee to the ground. Inhale. Hands lift overhead. Exhale here. Purposely squeezing your glutes, waking up this middle part of your body here, okay? It's trying not to just make shapes, but really trying to push the floor away with your front legs, really trying to squeeze your glutes to tuck the tailbone under slightly here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down and frame the front foot. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front leg. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up. Left leg steps back, plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale for cobra, lifting up. So notice I haven't been taking chaturanga today. You can take it if you want, but our upper body isn't the main focus. We don't want to waste a lot of energy on sessions where we want to reserve a little bit for the main priority of our session today, which is squats, the knees, the ankles, the hips, the lower back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, small steps, taking you into your forward fold. Make sure your feet are around hip width apart. Okay, we're going to take a really relaxed chair pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, hips come down, spine stays straight, find chair pose here. So we're just warming up that knee bending ability under load, a little bit harder than it is than when we're doing the kneeling lunge. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale and stand. Good. Inhale, hands lift overhead. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extending the spine, look forward. Exhale, hold here. Inhale. Exhale, step back to plank position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, cobra, look up. Exhale, downward dog. Hold here. Exhale. Inhale, right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, hold here. If you notice, there's a lot more holding the position than we have been in other classes we've done. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, scorpion reach. Make sure you're bending the knee, opening the hip, rotating with purpose, still pushing the floor hard with the shoulders and your left foot. Next inhale, right foot in between the hands for lunge. Keep the left knee off the ground here. Push the floor away with this right foot. Really important. I wouldn't say detest, maybe get a little annoyed in yoga classes, especially people who've been training for a while, is when they kind of just keep that leg there, they stand up and they have to readjust. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, but if you're becoming more competent with your practice, we want to be connecting with the ground now. Bending, engaging for that front leg, and then keeping that same knee bend as we inhale, lift into the high lunge position. And breathing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, squeeze your right quad, push the floor away. Straighten the front leg as much as feels comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right leg. Inhale, right leg steps back to plank. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, scorpion reach. Push the floor away. Open up the hip, reach long. Next inhale, left foot in between the hands. High lunge, keep the back knee off the ground. Grounded here, squeeze your hamstring, squeeze your glutes. Make sure your feet are in the right position now, okay? Then inhale, hands lift overhead. When you look at your left knee, it's not collapsing inwards on the inside of the big toe. It's going to be important when we come to Warrior 2 later. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, left leg straightens as much as feels comfortable for you. And when you straighten it, make sure you squeeze your left quad. Really important. Make sure you squeeze your tibialis into that muscle at the front of your shin. Make sure you squeeze your gastrocnemius. Yeah, gastrocnemius soleus, your calf muscle. Look at me trying to sound smart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left leg. Inhale, left leg back to plank. It's always something you want to look for. Exhale, lower to the ground. Is your yoga teacher giving you information for you? Inhale, cobra. Or are they just trying to sound smart? I think then I was just trying to sound smart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing. Okay, we're going to walk forward with purpose. Small, intentional steps. That means that you're purposely placing the foot down when you walk forward. You're purposely shifting the weight forwards, getting into a tighter fold. You can bend the knees if you need to. Okay, take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend the knees, lift up for chair pose. We're going to be coming back down, so hold here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to forward fold again, so your bum lifts up as your torso comes down. We're going to inhale, extend the spine, look forward. And now we're going to exhale, bring the bum down towards our heels. I love this ape reach position. Okay, inhale, ape reach. So knees come forward. Okay, we get in. Oh my God, if I can keep my balance. I don't know if you can tell, I'm on a squidgy MMA jiu-jitsu mats. Judo mats? A matted floor, which is very wobbly. So you're going to shift your weight forward here. Knees, getting a deep knee bend. Quads are engaging. Also, the muscles in your feet are engaging. Now, having strong feet is something that's really, really important for any kind of athlete. And it's something that's really looked over, I think, in yoga, because although we have strong feet from isometric holds, but they don't take any impact. We don't get on the balls of our feet enough. We don't get into these deep ankle bending positions, which require you to control your weight, he says. Okay, I'm talking too much. Okay, ape reach position here. Arms can come out to the side, palms lift up. We're gonna do that one more time. Ape reach position here, palms out to the side, chest lifts up. There we go. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, I want you to reach forward. You're going to stay on the balls of your feet. We're going to wake up the quads, lift into the chair pose here. Hold. So this was talking about having strong feet, being able to use your muscles at the backs of the calves, muscles at the front of the shin, muscles in the quads right now should be burning. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stand. Good. Okay, let's get into the main movements. We're nice and warm now, okay? We've got some key movement patterns warmed up. Let's start taking this into our warrior positions, our squat positions, and get into the main work of the session now. Okay, inhale, hands lift overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine, look forward. Now exhale, step back to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chest coming down. Inhale, cobra, lifting up. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, the right leg's gonna lift, find a three-legged dog. Then exhale, find scorpion reach. Breathing, squeezing the left quads, pushing the floor away here. Your next inhale, let's bring the right foot in between the hands for high lunge. Now, make sure both feet are facing forward here, really important. Make sure your knee isn't collapsing on the inside of your big toe. Glutes engaged, hamstrings engaged. Inhale, hands lift for your high lunge. Now, really important here is that the front leg keeps bending over time, the back leg keeps straightening over time. It's not that this is the most perfect position to do a lunge in. Sometimes I might want you to do lunges here. Sometimes I might want you to do lunges here in a curtsy lunge. There's no right or wrong. For this specific session, I want your femur to point straight forward. I want your big toe to point straight forward. I want you to have control of your hips so your hips don't fall off to the side. Chest, shoulders facing forward. Over time, the back leg is straightening more. Inhale. Exhale. And yes, we want to feel that deep burn in the quad, in the hamstrings, in the glutes, even in the calf as well. Now, take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two position. So when you take warrior two, heels are roughly on the same line as each other. When you look at your right leg, you're going to squeeze your right glutes and push the knee in line with where the toe is going. Breathing. In. Out. So not as fancy as my vinyasa sessions, not as fancy as my primal flow sessions, not as philosophical as my meditation sessions, just alignment, connection to the ground, connection to your muscles, and breath. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, flip the front palm up and reach forward. Then inhale for a peaceful warrior. Keep the front leg bent. So no matter how much I side bend from my torso, that front leg is going to stay bent here. Hopefully you are feeling your right glutes engage. Breathing. This backhand is here for guidance, not to lean on. You want to use your obliques as much as possible. Next, inhale. Shift the weight forward for warrior two. Holding. Now the right forearm is going to come to your right thigh. Left hand goes over the side body. Yes, your right leg should be burning here. You've been in this position for a long time, but we're building up capacity in your glute, building up capacity in your hamstrings, even in your knee to be able to bend forward here. Now this right forearm here, we're not going to lean on it. So if I was leaning on it and I took my hand off, I would fall down. We want to make sure your core is engaged, and this elbow here is to help with our alignment to stay side on, not as a crutch to lean on. Next inhale, warrior two, please. As you exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground, spin on the back leg here, right hand, sky reach. Can you bring the left knee down to the ground, step the right leg back for a supported side plank here. Now, really important, everything today is working on building up the mechanics for a proper healthy squat. We're going to squeeze your glutes right now, lift up, engage here. This piriformis muscle, glute med, this one on the side. We want to really make sure that side portion of our glutes are engaged. I mean, the back of it is going to be as well, but predominantly here. What? It's really responsible for the rotation of your hip. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right hand to the ground. Right foot, lizard lunge here. Extend the spine, look forward. Tuck the back toes under now. Lift the back knee off the ground. Push the hips forward in the lizard lunge. Deep breaths. Now from here, we're going to step the left leg forward, squat. What this squat position is going to be, it is not going to be a relaxed squat like you're going to a toilet in the forest, okay? This is a loaded position. So my back is extending, like how you do in Cobra. My shoulders are externally rotating. I'll move back a little bit, make sure you can see me. Shoulders are externally rotating, so we push against the insides of the knees here. And breathe. Engaging the glutes, driving the knees out. If your heels are coming off the ground, there's nothing wrong with that. I would come a little bit higher to the point which you can have your heels down. And then the next week, be here. The next week, be here. Watch the video again, be here, right? So you have multiple goes at this system. You don't need to win the squat right now. You need to build capacity in your ankles, your knees. It takes time to get here. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step the left leg back first. Then step the right leg back to plank. Exhale, take a chaturanga here. Then inhale, cobra. Exhale for downward dog. You're going to bend the knees and find loaded beast here. So like this, quads, knees loaded. Inhale, downward dog. Push the floor away. Beautiful. Let's move to the second side. Left foot, three-legged dog, lift up. Exhale, scorpion reach. Inhale, left foot in between the hands. High lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hold here. Check your alignment. So when we do the vinyasa classes together, when we do the primal flow, the animal movement style yoga, the martial arts movement style yoga together, sometimes the rhythm and the momentum is more important than your alignment. When we come to these earth element practices, alignment, engagement, isometric contraction of your muscle, primary focus. What he says as he's wobbling around. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, your back hip rotates 90 degrees. Okay, so my back foot is pointing off to the side here. Front foot pointing forward. If there were lines, if there were lasers going out from my feet, they would create this L shape, the corner of a square or a rectangle. Front hip, it's bending. Glutes, tucking under. You're using your abs here to tuck the tailbone under. Pushing the floor away with that back leg, and then hands reach out. You're side on here. So if there was a straight line going through my shoulders or my collarbone to my back hand, there'd be no kinks in it whatsoever. And naturally, as you tighten, see, as I'm talking to you, my leg was just slowly lifting up and rotating inwards. This is where it gets easier. So as I'm getting tired, I need to focus, push forward into that front leg. There we go. If you notice, when we practice together, I choose workouts that are hard for me to do as well. So you can see someone actually struggling in the position and what to do when that actually happens. From here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, flip the front palm up, reach forward. Now this front leg needs to stay bent. Inhale. Peaceful warrior. Maintain the bend in the front leg. Back hand here is guiding you to make sure you're side on. Okay? Providing your feet are in the right position, that back hand will guide you. And my feet aren't actually as I'm looking. That back hand will guide you as a guide for your alignment, not as a crutch to lean on. Next inhale, warrior two. Then as you exhale, left forearm comes to your left thigh. Right hand reaches long over your side body for side angle. Keep squeezing the glutes. When you look at your left knee, it's not falling inwards on the inside of your big toe. It's in line with where the foot is moving. There's external rotation at your hip from your left glutes. You should feel your adductors working right now. You should feel even the hamstring as it attaches just underneath that glute working. Next inhale, warrior two. Right hand comes to the ground now as you exhale. Spin on the back leg, drop the right knee to the ground. Left leg is going to step back, supported side plank position. Now this isn't a full side plank for a reason, because I don't want the focus to be here on the shoulder, okay, or on the lats. I want the focus to be here in the glutes, and especially here too. So even right now, as my right knee's on the ground, I'm squeezing my right glutes, so pushing the knee out and down into the ground. Then from this side, squeeze my glutes to lift the left foot up. Now, if I wanted to work my hip flexor, I would turn my foot up like this and turn my body more up like this. Now all of a sudden I can feel my hip flexor working. So the more side on I can keep my body, the more I can keep my shoulders facing off to the side wall, the more lateral I can make this movement, the more I can feel my glutes working. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left hand to the ground, left foot lizard lunge. Extend the spine. Look forward here. All my days, my glutes are tired, for sure. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up, look forward. Step the right foot forward, squat. Active squat, please. Active squat means I'm engaging here, engaging here, engaging here. A relaxed passive squat might look like this, right? A relaxed passive squat might look like this. Active squat position, pushing the floor away, external rotation at the hips, external rotation at your shoulders. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, look up. Exhale, downward dog. From here, you're going to take that loaded beast position. Now, loaded beast, I want you to feel your quads working. I want you to feel the front of your shins working. You might feel it in the knees a little bit. Just go easy where you have to. Inhale, push the floor away. So, leg extension. Push the floor away. Downward dog. Good. Okay, it's more squat variations coming. From here, all I want you to do is step either leg forward. It doesn't really matter. I just want to turn side on so I can see you here. Okay, so from this position, my feet are slightly wider. Well, they're actually, no, that's what I'm talking about. They're a lot wider. They're a lot wider than hip width, okay? Heels are gonna turn in, toes turn out. And so that's that same rotation pattern that you did in your warrior two position. Rotation of your hip turns the knee out in line with where the feet are going. Glutes drop down, and we come to the sumo squat variation. Here, external rotation of the hip, everything that you're working on, that same pattern when you're in warrior two, and I ask you, turn the knee out, squeeze the glutes, and that pushes the body in a better side-on position. The same thing here, in the sumo squat, okay? We wanna make sure that the knee doesn't collapse in like this. There's no point getting lower with the knee collapsing inwards, even if that means that you have to stay higher to get the knee going in line with where the foot's going, even if you stay higher to feel that your glutes are working. There's a point for everyone, you'll see for me. As I get lower into this, about here, can you see that now? As I'm getting to about this height, the strength of my glute cannot match the tightness in my adductor here. So rotates inwards. So for me, my range is here. Okay, now I'm gonna mirror, so I'll be the other way around to you essentially. Right hand, inside of the right leg, left hand reaching over the side body without the hips changing. Left hand down, right hand over the side body. Now when I'm mirroring, very often I say the wrong hand and leg, but just copy what I'm doing. Next, inhale, come through center, okay? Now from here, I want this left hand and the left shoulder to internally rotate, push the knee out as you look over to your right side. Breathe. Keep adjusting the knees, keep adjusting the hips. Make sure this isn't a head down, hips up movement. This is a hips down, head up movement, even if we're adding rotation. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, change sides. Push, so open up. So we want some tension. You want to stretch out that adductor as you're squeezing with the glutes. Look over to your left side. Remember, hips down, chest and head up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come back through center. Maintain that deep knee bend. Maintain that glute engagement. Hands reaching out in front without the shoulders collapsing forward. Strong spine here. Strong chest. Good. From here, next inhale, straighten the legs. Good. From here, bring the hands down, come into a squat variation. Now from here, lower the glutes down. I know the legs are getting tired. This is the last few movements. Okay. From here, right arm on the inside of the right leg, left hand sky reach. Hold here. Now, again, same thing. I do not want to get my hand higher by lifting my bum up and putting my head down, and my hand can get all the way up here. But I've lost the shape. I want to stay, hips down, chest up. Let's say your rotation is there, that's fine. Work with that. Then maybe next week when you do this video again, here, then here, then here. Over time, it gets higher. You can see my right knee trying to collapse inwards. I'm going to keep pushing that out. Then from here, lower left hand down. Inhale, sky reach. Second side. And you can probably tell watching the video, I've got some imbalance. You can see I've got more rotation on one side than the other. Bring the left hand down. Oh, your right hand, sorry, I knew I would do it at some point. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, let the legs rest here a second. Don't know about yours, but mine are burning. I've come in pretty tired from the day. I was teaching a lot yesterday. And then take a deep breath in again. Exhale, bring the glutes down. Nice deep squat. Hands pressed together, push the knees out wide. Now, it's not just to make a shape with your hands We want some pressure. So as you press the hands here, you can see how the elbows go wider. See how the chest starts to lift up a little bit. Over time, we're going to keep pressing this down. I don't think I can do it at the minute. I used to be able, oh, not bad. I can get my fists together. If you can get your fists together like this, but that's agony. Breathe through. Slowly release that position. And good job. Well done. Ah, we made it. Okay, good session. Practice regularly. Practice little and often. Get the mechanics and the alignment down. Squatting is one of the most natural human bodily functions, right? To be able to sit in a squat, and it's just something that we've just lost over time. You're gonna have to build it up slowly, especially if you don't do a lot on your legs. You have to build up your ankle mobility slowly, you have to build up your knee mobility slowly, and you're gonna have to build up your hip mobility slowly, and also just your conditioning, your ability to tolerate the feeling of like 50% of your body working really hard, right? So it can be quite easy when we're doing other things on our upper body. Yes, it might feel locally tiring on that muscle, but it doesn't feel like systemic, it doesn't feel like your whole body's dying, right? And sometimes it can feel like that when you're doing the squat variations, lunging patterns, when we're doing the sumo squat variations, right? It just takes time to build up. But you have to do it. Your legs are very strong. Everyone's are, and given the right training stimulus, they adapt very quickly. Right. Thank you very much. Well done today. I'll see you soon.